You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
And the reading of the email will commence here in a moment. This is Jerry from Board Game Snobs.
This is Gabby.
And we'd like to, when you send us an email, if you're a dear listener, you send us an email.
Emails are my favorite.
BoardGameSnobs@gmail.com. It touches my heart. I love even written mail. Did I share with you what took place with my purchase of Rococo?
Yes, you did.
That was amazing.
Well, you didn't share it personally with me. You posted it to Facebook.
Which is personal.
This time, it's personal.
This time, it's personal.
Eventually, you put out enough trilogies or sequels to something, eventually it's going to get personal.
Well, first off, so I was wanting to...
Why do they keep murdering my family? I think it must be personal.
How have they been taken? Three times.
This shark has killed every one of my family members.
This time, it's personal. No, Gerald. It was personal the first time, the second time, and the third time.
This time, it's random.
In 3D.
Next time,
that would be the
it's
greatest
personal.
This time, that means nothing.
This time, it means nothing to me.
Take no offense. This is not personal. But I purchased the old edition of Rococo from using the Board Game Geek website. And the individual for which I found on the marketplace to buy it from was super, super helpful for some reason. Because it was like I was trying to get it shipped to my house. And I was like, I'll pay for shipping. Because I wasn't going to buy the new edition because it was expensive. And I thought, you know what? I want to buy the old edition because, one, I like the retro stuff. I'm kind of a hipster, all right? I'll take it. And so while I'm trying to purchase this, he keeps sending me emails going, well, if I ship it to your house, it's going to cost blah, 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 blah. It's going to cost way too much. He gave me some of that. He says, is there another post office, whatever thing you're going to ship it to? So basically, the dude helped me out. I thought, what a nice individual. I thought that to myself at the time. I didn't communicate that I thought he was a nice individual for doing this. Then, when I get Rococo with the expansion, he included another little game in it with his business card and with this little note that says that he was the owner of Eagle Gryphon Games, which it was very touching. I didn't know I like Eagle Gryphon.
That's pretty cool. Eagle Gryphon puts out, the stuff they puts out slaps.
They're bangers.
I mean, they are really, like, everything they put out is like high quality.
It's Vital Lacerda. Like, for some reason,
that's what I'm trying to connect.
I wanted to like write, and they do not O'Toole. You know the guy who does all the artwork. Ian O'Toole. I always say Peter or something like that.
That tool.
I want to know why. What magic does he have?
Ian?
Eagle Gryphon.
Oh.
That they have sewed up Vital Lacerda. Like, Vital uses them.
Did he do Speakeasy?
Yeah.
I really want to play that game. Just for the theme. Yeah,
just for the theme. Vital just cooks one game at a time, has this thing, puts it out.
Is that his main job, I wonder?
I bet it is. As complicated as those games are, there is no way in the world that he's doing anything else.
It wouldn't seem like
he's just sitting there cooking. But they're always these super nice productions.
They're exceptional. I would put his games at the top of, like...
They're works of art in a lot of ways.
Actually, just at the top as far as, like, production value, complexity. Like, his games are, like, elite status gaming.
He's one of the... I was thinking about this the other day because it was at Madness Games. And I realized that there are certain designers that if I see their name, I'm always looking at it. And Vital is one of them.
Even if you don't necessarily like what they do.
Yeah, like I'm not a
some of their
huge
stuff-
fan of Vital Lacerda stuff, but the games of his I've played, I've either been, man, this is too much for me, or no, I don't really get
Escape
it.
Plan we really like.
I really liked Escape Plan. I liked On Mars.
On Mars was a banger.
It was a banger, and so it's like I get it. It just it's funny to me because other designers bounce around to other production companies.
Yeah.
What is it? What did Eagle Griffin use to sew up? And I must just say, it must be because the owner is just a nice guy.
He sounds like a nice guy.
I like to think that. He sent me a
Did you
hand-
send him a card saying, listen to the Board Game Snobs?
I'm going to... No. He doesn't know who I am.
EG squared.
I'd be like, do you know who I am?
Do you know who you're talking to?
Which is even nicer, because it wasn't like...
What if he's like, I'm writing you, and guess who I am? You're like, guess who you're talking to?
Guess who you talking to? Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you? It's like two people that are not...
You're talking to a self-aware egomaniac.
Yeah, apparently. Thanks, AI.
Okay, just the fact that robots pick up on your personality. How does that make you feel?
Dadgummit. I'll tell you, to get called out by Google AI when you're like, describe our podcast. It's like Jerry plays a self.
Basically, the T-800 said, you are a self-aware egomaniac.
What a weird. But it didn't. What got me is that it didn't focus on any of y'all. It had nothing to say.
No,
It's like,
no,
Gabi's the host.
no,
and Enrique.
Gabi's the host, Enrique, and
Bubba.
Jerry, a self-aware, who plays a self-aware egomaniac persona.
I like that it said plays.
Yeah.
Because that plays could be
You've got it fooled just
either
enough.
that it's real or not. It could be. I don't know. Because you
Just
are as you
enough.
act.
All right, we got to cut to the chase.
All right.
We're going to, this is not the email we're going to discuss, but this is an email that I feel like we need to read by Sean Franco. Favorite books? Snobs. Listening to the episode with Bubba talking about favorite books, I really have to recommend my favorite author. Okay, this name is spelled super weird.
Okay, spell it.
Ian.
I have no idea. Iana.
I would go Ian, but it's like Ian.
Ian. He's very Ianal.
Ian Books. He was a Scottish novel. He was a Scottish novel.
He's
who
dead.
wrote fiction.
He's
He
novelist.
was a novel.
He was a novel fella with a novel name.
He was a Scottish novel who wrote fiction, and under the name Ian M. Books, Banks, science fiction. His books cover a whole range of storytelling for me: comedy, mystery, tragedy, action. And these are often all in the same book. My favorite novel by him is The Crow Road, which is a multi-generational epic that focuses on the narrator's uncle who has been missing for years. But if I was to recommend something by Banks, I would recommend his Culture series. This is a series of 10 science fiction space opera novels. I do love space opera.
Everybody loves a good opera.
These 10 books have a
'Cause they
common
ain't
setting,
over until the fat lady sings.
but not continuous plots or characters, so each could probably be read interdependently, although I think the first 3 benefit them thematically from being read in order. The reason that I recommend these to you is largely for the second book, The Player of Games. This is a book about a board game. It's a board game so complex and sophisticated that the way that each player plays it demonstrates and communicates their own personal philosophies.
It's a guy project.
There is a large planet-wide tournament every few years, and the winner of the tournament obviously has demonstrated the superior aptitude required to become emperor of the planet.
Wow.
Hopefully, some snobs and or snob listeners are also Ian Banks readers.
Ian.
I did a full read of all 30 of his books about 6 years ago, and it was a great experience for me. So I'm curious also if there are any authors who you have consciously set out to read all of their books in a row.
Okay, so now I have to feel like I have to come clean on the Madeline Aubrey series of the Patrick O'Brien series. So Patrick O'Brien, of course, is the man who wrote what most people will know as the Master Commander book, the film Master and Commander starring Russell Crowe. That is a series of like 21. I'm trying to blank on them. I think it's like 21 books. That Patrick O'Brien, apparently the author, just went a little bit what authors do, and completely ignored his family and his children, and decided that he's just going to study 1800 naval warfare and Napoleon, and write this incredible bromance between this captain and his doctor, his ship doctor, that expands just upon the whole Napoleonic naval warfare. And I remember watching Master Commander and loving it, and then proceeding to read the book and realize that there is a hook in these books, and they're all the same.
Captain?
That's one of the books.
Captain Hook?
The hook is
Oh.
that the captain, Lucky Jack Aubrey, is always unlucky in financial things. So his whole thing is he's either getting married or trying to get promoted, or he is married and trying to take care of his wife, and they just need money, and everything unlucky happens to him financially, but he's incredibly lucky at sea. And that's why they call him Lucky Jack. And his buddy, who is this doctor, who's also a spy, a James Bond type guy, that's the doctor of the ship, is kind of like his, it's just a bromance. It's Spock and Kirk. It's Riker and Picard. It's that whole bromance thing takes place over book after book after book, and it's always them having a mission, them going and doing something, things happening, and it just, there's characters that come in and out of the books and so forth, and it's just a crazy experience because once you get hooked on it,
Captain?
you know exactly what's going to happen. But they're amazing because it's just Lucky Jack and his doctor doing the thing.
I wonder if they named Jack Sparrow after him.
I don't know, just because it's Jack. I mean, they all, it's just the term Jack was just a name that they used on everything.
I don't know that I purposely did, but as far as I know, well, actually, no, I have not. I have not read the Great Train Robbery,
I'd like to.
but I've read all of Michael Crichton's books,
Mm-hmm.
including Pirates of Latitude, which was hot garbage that he died before he finished and somebody else finished, and good God, that was a point.
I wonder what he was going to do with that.
I don't know, but it was boring. It was so straightforward and boring.
Mike was cracking away there for
a
long time.
From Andromeda Strain,
Good God, the Sphere.
like all the stuff that bombed his movies, even Sphere, Congo, Timeline.
Congo was great. Timeline.
Airframe was not a movie, but it was a good book.
That was so boring, but I read that thing and
I
was
know.
enthralled.
I read the book.
With this stupid thing of a woman investigating a plane crash. That was the most boring thing ever.
It was a rough read.
But read that thing, and every page, I'm like, I got to get through this. This is interesting. I wanna figure it out.
Disclosure.
All of it. What?
I mean,
what did this
those
guy
were
have?
not his. I don't know. Those were not his best books, in my opinion.
Timeline, the movie, had Paul Walker.
Brian O'Connor.
Who in the world?
Whoa, we're going to time travel.
We're going to time travel. Oh no, there's swords. Where's my car?
It was a terrible movie, but it was a good book.
But it was still. But the idea behind it was such an interesting. Anyways, keep going.
We gotta
move along to the real
main
emails. We got
here
all types
that's
of real
our
emails.
topic
Thank
of
you for that,
discussion.
because I am going to read that Ian Banks. I'm gonna get on that.
From Ted,
Mosby.
I'll say Bauman.
How I Met Your podcast.
Do you too enjoy mastering a system or playing new games more?
Oh, is that the email?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
If you had the time to master a game, what would it be?
I mastered the wrong email.
I told you.
I'm sorry.
If you had to play a new game of one genre every day, what genre of game would you want it to be? Thank you for putting on the show. It really brings me joy when I see a new episode is out. Hope you get more emails for the next show.
Okay, so the genre. I really like area control and engine building. I'm always fascinated with engine building. So I'm going to go engine building because area control can get samey. Engine building always feels different to me because you can use cards, you can use dice, you can use various other little economic things. So, all right, well, we'll pose this question to you, Enrique.
Okay.
Would you rather play a new game or master a system?
Depends on what game we're trying to master, I guess. It really would have to come down to it.
This email has stirred upon me something else that I have a problem with, and I will just admit this. I am very bad at jumping from game to game, especially when it comes to video games. I won't complete a video game. I'll get obsessed with it play it, and then halfway through stop and get on to the new thing.
Yeah.
Do you find that when you play something, you're locked into it? Because I use video games because video games can be a lot longer experience. Are you committed to completing a game when you start it?
Yes, for the most part. Like, I've completed a couple of solo games. I still got a lot of solo games that I still need to finish.
Such as?
I still need to finish Red Dead Redemption.
2?
Yes.
You, sir, are missing. So those are the exact games that when I start, I hang on to and finish like religiously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you really have to play those from start to finish.
Yeah.
So games that I jump in and out of, like everybody has probably heard about my complete obsession with RimWorld, which is probably my most played game. It doesn't have a defined narrative or a win point. It does have a win conditions, but it's really a story generator. So I typically am bad about playing to a point to where I get bored, starting a new colony. Playing to a point that I get bored, starting a new colony. So that's different from something like Red Dead Redemption or Cyberpunk or something like that where you're starting over. That to me is fascinating. Like I don't typically do that. If I'm buying into a Deus Ex, I'm playing it.
Yeah. Of like story games, I think compared to like a simulation game like RimWorld are completely different because you do just get bored with your said world.
Yeah, that's true. You know what?
It's just like Minecraft.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I will start a Minecraft world and start over. Same thing I will like a RimWorld or Valhalla. I'll start over.
Yeah.
Valheim. I'll start over, and I get more joy from starting over than completing what I got.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is weird.
But these
it's just with simulation games.
It is what's just with it's but these games that are like narrative driven, like Red Dead Redemption, Kingdom Come Deliverance, things of that nature. You're playing a narrative, so you go all the way through it. So it's like you have the video game like incentivizes you to complete the story. The problem with with board games is that even though there might be a story that you create, it's contained within this 2 hours, and so you're not really incentivized to master a system. Now, to kind of go back to his questions on games that I wish I could master, or game systems that I wish I had a better understanding of, I am terrible at deck building games.
Oh.
I am terrible at deck building games. But along that lines, games like Gaia Project, that was a game that made me feel stupid when I played it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I same thing like Zolkin. I played it, felt the same way. Like this, it made me feel stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know why I wasn't good at this game.
Well, it's like with deck building games, it's not really just about skill alone. It's just hopefully you draw the cards that you actually need.
I would argue that deck building is the perfect. A good deck builder is the perfect blend of both your choices and the stochastic chance, the stochastic outcome of you got the wrong cards. So I mean, yes, you can negate it, and that's really where the fun comes from, because you're thinking maybe the card that I'm about to draw might not be what I need, but maybe it is. There's a good chance, and you have to be able to negate that. So what was his overall question again, Gabi?
Do you enjoy mastering a game or playing new games more? I enjoy playing new games more.
Here's what I'm going to say. I would love to think that I'm one of those people that loves to master a game, and I think that comes and goes. My personality, there's such a weird dichotomy when it comes to that, because legitly since I was like 6 years old, I played a game of chess every day until I was like 15. Like multiple times a day. I was obsessed with chess. And then from like the age of 15 to like 19, I cannot tell you the hundreds, if not thousands, of games of Risk that I played, of my own variations of it. And so I was prone to getting obsessed with the game and playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it. But now I think the only way that I stay sharp is trying to learn something new and play something new. And I like the newness of it. And I feel like that makes me so sick to say that out loud. because deep down I want to be one of those people that masters something and then moves on. But I'm at the point now to where I feel like I'm chasing a high. I'm chasing this high of I would give
the high I get is I've never seen this before.
that's not the high. That's not the high that that's not necessarily the high that I'm thinking of. I would give anything to go back to, like, was it 2015, 2016, and be sitting at the auditorium there at BGG at BGG at the Hyatt Regency and be playing Barony for the first time. Because I remember playing that and looking up at Bubba, and Bubba looks up at me, and I remember thinking, this is something. There's something to this. I don't know why I like this so much. And I sat there, and as we got done with playing Barony, I looked at Bubba and I said, I get this. This game clicks with me the same. It does the same thing with the part of my brain that chess does. I've never had a modern board game do that. It's so simple, but yet there's so much strategy. And it comes down that you will win by one move. And as I'm telling this to Bubba, he gets on Amazon and buys it. And I just remember thinking, yeah, this game, there's something about this game. And every time I played Barony, I sit there and go back to that moment where I'm playing this game and realizing this is doing something that I don't know what part of my brain that's reaching into and making me use, but I want this again. That's the same thing that Brass did to me when I realized, like, I have to anticipate what you're going to do and follow what you're going to do and go that route. Same thing for a more modern game, a newer game, Arcs did. When I'm sitting here going, this seems like you're just playing like this set collection type thing. You're not set collection. You're playing a trick taking game. I'm playing this trick. I'm leading with this. I'm doing that, but it's not a trick taking. It's not a trick taking game. It's a space game. That same feeling. The same feeling I got when I played John's Company, where it's like, this is not really a game. It's super complicated, but this feels like a role-playing game. This feels like This feels like I'm actually just doing a role-playing game rather than this complicated mechanisms that this game has. I'm just role-playing this British family, trying to get my nephew to be the chief of the sailing, division. It's that. That's the high that I'm chasing. Is that whatever those games do, when they hit, and they always hit. And that's the high I'm looking for.
Well, I kind of put it to, like, for me, I was like, do I want to play this game again immediately? And 99% of the time, no.
No.
Especially after we've been sitting there for an hour or two playing this game. I'm like, I don't really want to play this game again. So for me, the answer is no in that regard. I want to play something new, something different, thematically, mechanically, whatever it is.
There's nothing new mechanically.
Well, how it blends mechanics then.
Yeah.
If you had to play a new game of one genre every day, what genre would you want it to be?
Engine building. I will engine build. Here's why. Area control, deck building, all these things. Yes, they can be but if I had to just distill it down to one, and here's why I say engine building. Area control is always area control. You're always fighting for something. Deck building, you're just sticking cards in your deck. You're drawing them off. The theme is thin. Engine building, for whatever reason, whatever it is you're building, it feels like you're building that. I don't care if it's an economy. I don't care if your dragon's going to the market. Whatever the engine that you're building, that dopamine hit of going, this thing does this, that hits differently.
I like
each and every time.
That engine of that Civilization.
Yeah.
Where you lay them cards down.
Yeah.
Or even Newton.
Yeah.
Was that just it? Newton?
Galileo.
I was going to cheat and choose RPG as a genre.
Blah. You don't like that. But it's not. But RPGs though.
If I could, and I've said this before, if we would switch to RPG podcast, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
We'd make more money doing that. We have no money. We don't
But
make
we just need
anything.
somebody that
Like-
GMs, DMs all the time.
Can I tell you a secret? What just happened the other night?
What?
Can I tell you, Enrique?
Okay.
You played with somebody else, didn't you?
No, I don't play. I wouldn't cheat on you. You are my only bae.
Lies.
You are my only one.
I literally
Salt
just bought a dungeon crawler game just now.
Dungeon
I'm gonna
Crawler
test
Carl?
No, he just bought a dungeon crawler game. He just bought Gloomhaven on PS4
Oh.
and
well,
wants me
that's
to
not
try
RPG.
to.
I'm gonna test it out, see if the gameplay is good, and then I'll see if
So I'm talking with Bubba.
yeah.
And me and Bubba have this long conversation regarding his brothers who apparently like anime, cartoons, comics. I say cartoons, I don't mean cartoons.
Anime.
But I don't like comics, and Bubba goes, I don't know why do you need to give me a visual of something I don't want? I want to be able to think it myself. We're discussing this, and I go, RPGs, that type of thing. And I said, Enrique purchased the Mouse Guard RPG. He really wants to play it. And I said, I went to try to learn it, and I read through it, and I thought, I don't know what this world is. And Bubba goes, oh, it's Redfall. Bubba just he just downloaded the information, just looked at it and says, oh, this is Redfall. This is about animals and their kingdom and blah, blah, blah. He says, yeah, this is Redfall. And I go, yeah, I said, I need to read the comic or the graphic novel.
Never heard of it.
And Bubba is immediately buying the graphic novel.
Oh,
Going
okay.
like, we're going to read this. I'm like, yeah, because I want to create this world. So the whole thing of like creating an RPG and all this to me is very interesting. I think the reason I don't do well with RPGs is because I can't, as a player, imagine what's going on. But as a GM, I get much more satisfaction from going, I know what's going to happen, and this is the route I'm going to take you, and you guys do what you need to do. So RPG to me, which is fascinating that you would say that about RPGs because you've ruined more RPGs than you've been successful at. I keep throwing that out there because that's hilarious to me. That 10 Candles thing. That if I ever see Ben Maddox, I'm going to give him a big hug because that 10 Candles.
I have never had more fun than playing 10 Candles.
That 10 Candles game was fire. You missed it. We need to play it again just for the sheer fact so that Enrique can
Or
play it.
even I'm telling you, our Star Wars RPG, if you listen to
Fire.
it,
Oh,
just the stupid stuff
fantastic.
we did
Fire.
is just so fun.
It slaps.
So, but I know what
we
you're
never
saying.
got the recording of me just getting knocked out by a janitor droid.
So the
Which
the,
was what was it, an HK model?
the fact that what Jerry's talking about, I
It's a
believe,
repurposed
is the fact
HK
that
model, and
Jerry-
it knocked me out.
Enrique, I don't know what Enrique's
I
talking
had to. Oh, shit.
Anyway,
Wait
hold
a
on
minute.
real quick. Stop. Stop.
47. You
Enrique,
dirty dog.
No, I'm talking about Jerry cannot. You know the thing. I
You
think
meat bag.
Billie Eilish suffers from this as well. So all will relate.
you dirty meat bag.
Jerry cannot visualize things in his mind like a movie.
You said Billie Eilish, and my daughter comes running in here. Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish cannot do that either. She cannot hers may be the opposite. Like when she hears particular words, she flashes like weird objects in her mind
I am the Billie
that represent
Eilish.
that.
I am the Billie Eilish of board games.
But you're not that because you can't flash something in your mind. So when we say, okay, in an RPG, you're walking into a room.
I don't
blah,
see the room.
Right.
I'm a narrative thinker.
So
but
when
I'm not
I
a
was
visual
saying
thinker.
in Nemesis Retaliation, it's like a movie in my brain. It's not that for you.
No.
But that's why I like RPGs so much because after we're done telling the story, like it's a movie in my brain.
Well, here's 3 things for which you can look forward to. Number 1, the Mouse Guard RPG, which I'm doing because I love Enrique. Number 2, the Alien RPG, which I have not only got the RPG, I'm about to buy the 2nd edition just to do it, and I've got the Marines and the minis, and I painted them just for the sheer fact because I like having minis, and I'm going to combine the 2. And number 3, ISIS Vanguard, which I don't know if that's kind of an RPG type game, but those are all board games.
It's probably more of a story-driven
But
RPG.
even-
you've literally been talking about ISIS Vanguard for years.
I
know.
finished it. I'm ready.
Oh, you're done?
Anytime.
Huzzah!
Anytime, baby.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so
I'm ready.
Mr. Ballman,
Ballman.
Ted.
His name is Ted?
Ted.
Is it I wonder if it's Teddy or Theodore or what is it?
He's got Ted.
Is this Ted? I wonder if it's Theodore. I don't think nobody names their kid Ted.
That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for your emails. Send us more because that provides us discussion material in lieu of actually playing games.
No, because we're going to play some RPGs. I hope that y'all like RPGs because we're about to RPG the heck out of this.
Roll some 20s.
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.